Shout out to the United States women's Olympic basketball team for bringing home the gold in Paris on a 67-66 win over France. And ESPN is kind of hopscotching over the victory and focusing on the 2028 Olympics. But one particular player, an Angel Reese, has fired back at ESPN Media. But before we get off in today's podcast, tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, as you know, the United States women's Olympic basketball team brought home the gold medal from Paris. As expected, nobody thought that they wouldn't bring home the gold. But the media coverage surrounding their gold medal game, and after the game, after their 1-point victory of 67-66, ESPN Media really hopscotched over the notion that the United States women's basketball team won gold. They really didn't even celebrate the ladies. They hopscotch and fast forward all the way to who is going to be on that 2028 Olympic team. And Angel Reese fired back at the ESPN Media for their lack of coverage surrounding the achievement, not praising the women, staying in the moment, giving the women their flowers, but focusing on the 2028 USA Olympic team. And basically, she went to her Twitter X and she had a hilarious response to the ESPN Media. But before we show how she responded, Sports Illustrated got an article out stating Angel Reese calls out Olympic media coverage after U.S. women's basketball wins gold. Now, Chicago Sky star Angel Reese had a fiery response after the U.S. women's basketball team won gold at Paris Games. Through her reaction didn't directly come from the title game itself. On Sunday, Team USA clinched its 8th straight gold medal with a nail-biting 67-66 win over host nation France, which was just the third time that the U.S. women had won a game by fewer than 10 points during their record-setting 61-game Olympic winning streak. Stars Asia Wilson, Kalia Copper, and Kelsey Plum each enjoyed big-time individual performances, but the team as a whole deserved its flowers following the hard-fought victory. Not long after the confetti had fallen, however, some members of the media were already hyping up the USA's women's basketball squad at the 2028 Los Angeles Games. This morning of the Team USA's gold medal win, ESPN posted their projections for which young WNBA players could suit up for the Team USA in 4 years, mentioning Reese, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark, and others. The Sky rookie wasn't having none of that. In response to the article, Angel Reese, she took to her Twitter and she had a real comical response to what, ESPN and their coverage stated. So let's take a look at what Angel Reese, posted on her Twitter X. Angel Reese said, "Let's congratulate these women and let them enjoy this moment. Leave me out of this until my time comes." Because she was responding to, yes, the U.S. women 67-66 win over France is still soaking in, but who will suit up for Team USA in 2028 Olympics? ? Caitlin Clark? ? Angel Reese? ? Paige Buckers? ? Juju Watkins? ? So Angel Reese just basically let it be known, let's just congratulate these women and let them enjoy the moment. Leave me out of this until my time comes. So I think Angel Reese, she handled that situation well. And I totally agree with what Angel Reese, basically said, man. Let's give these women their flowers. Everybody knew that they was going to bring home the gold medal. But at the same time, it was a hard-fought victory against the French team, the host team. The crowd was ruckus. It was a different environment, the physicality of the game. But they fought off the French team. And they brought home the gold. It was a nail biter, 67-66. And we saw the likes of some, former WNBA players on that French team that absolutely balled out. Gabby Williams, she balled out. She was almost a hero, but her foot was on the line, a la Kevin Durant when he played with the Brooklyn Nets against the Milwaukee Bucks. They were that close of sending that game into overtime if Gabby Williams' foot was about 3 more inches behind that line to convert a 3-pointer instead of a 2-pointer. But Gabby Williams, she balled out. She had 19 points, and, Angel Reese gave her props after the game. And, Angel Reese reached out to her to see if, she would like to come back to the Chicago Skies. But she declined that offer. But in this sense, Angel Reese is just basically saying, hey, let's just give these women their flowers. They went through a grueling test. Everybody thought that, they was going to win the gold medal game and they was going to bring the gold home. But, the coverage and the media coverage jumping fast forwarding to 2028 already, not even taking time to, commend these young ladies for their hard fought battle and their, their will and how they stay patient. Kelsey Plum hitting some big free throws down the stretch. Kalia Copper, how she took over in the fourth quarter. She had 8 of her 14 points in the fourth quarter, which United States needed all them points. You saw what A'ja Wilson did. She was the Olympic MVP, well-deserving. Everybody's been on Diana Taurasi for her play, which basically we saw nothing from Diana Taurasi. She was benched. She had 2 games where she had 0 points, but she was on the sidelines cheering her team on. Brittany Griner was not in, doing the stretch run of yesterday's gold medal game, but she contributed through the whole tournament. But the focus was, in on, what A'ja Wilson was doing, her and Breanna Stewart, how they, took over, how they was the most consistent players on United States team. Everybody thought that, this wasn't the 12 best players that the United States and the United States committee sent over to Paris, France. They thought that a lot of people could have been on that squad. Arike Umbuwale from the Dallas Wings, they said she was well deserving of it, but she withdrew her name, from the pool. Everybody wanted Caitlin Clark on there, which, she could have been well deserving as well. A lot of people said Angel Reese could have been well deserving, but it's not about that. They brought home the gold, and basically what Angel Reese is saying, let these women have their moment. We don't have to hopscotch. Like Angel Reese said, my time is coming. She's not in no rush. She's putting in the work. Angel Reese has to get better at some of the things that she does to be, to be impactful in an Olympic game, because, these countries outside of, the women are catching up to the United States. But at the same time, Angel Reese want to be known that, come on, ESPN, you got to do better. Y'all got to give these women their flowers. We got to talk about, what they did, on what they accomplished. Don't just start fast forwarding and pushing your narrative about 2028 and who's going to be on that team. Let's pump the brakes a little bit and let's just give these ladies their flowers. But what do y'all think about what Angel Reese said? Is she correct, or is she being petty, or is this something that should just be swept under the rug? She let it be known that, hey, let's just give the ladies their flowers. But it was a great game. United States, they voted well. They got the gold medal, rightfully deserved. And, proud to be an American came on. You saw how Brittany Griner reacted, because you see what Brittany Griner has been through in the last, 2 years, a year and a half. She was detained over there in Russia. Feels good to be back on your home soil, representing your country in the Olympics, bring home the gold medal, national anthem played. She was emotional. But ESPN, man, some of these media outlets got to do a better job on their coverage when they're handling situations like this. And, Angel Reese been, going on Twitter, just making it be known, man. She'll call you out. But you guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Do you think, Angel Reese, had a valid point on what she said? Let me know. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces. And remember, on your way out the door, before you put your shoes on, do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Droppin' podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.